For those of us as Quakers, many of us live in relative wealth and capacity. And if we are concerned about the world as a whole and its well-being, then what is our responsibility and what is our contribution to making it a more sustainable and whole world? And right sharing in its leading does that by supporting women in developing projects and programs that increase their capacity and their wealth to support their families and their communities and to be a greater presence in making a difference in those communities. My name is Marion Bean. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my meeting is Charlotte Friends Meeting. It's affiliated with Piedmont Friends Yearly Meeting. So Right Sharing of World Resources is a Quaker organization. It's a nonprofit organization, and it has as its sort of central purpose to provide resources for people, women, particularly in other parts of the world, marginalized women, and to help us think about our own capacities for giving and living sustainably. Part of its mission is the burden of materialism and poverty. And so I think for those who have, who live in countries and environments where there is just so much, that we get lost in that, we get overwhelmed with it, we become difficult to know what to do and how to get out of it. Sometimes we just feel like it's overwhelming. One of the lessons and one of the ways in which we are reminded about this is from the women, the level of gratitude for what we have. And to recognize that gratitude is such an important element of being present. So gratitude for what we have is a first level, I think, of thinking about this. The second one then is to say, yes, we have, so how do we then unburden ourselves of this wealth in its various ways of being experienced and expressed? There is something about giving of what we have to help another, whether it's our neighbor who lives next door, or it is our neighbor living in Sierra Leone, whom we do not know so well, but we hear and we know about their situation, both how do we support them and also how do we learn from them, to hear about their gratitude, to hear about their contentment with what they have, and the willingness to release their own personal desires for that of the community and the whole. There are many lessons that we can learn and need to learn from those that we perceive have less than we have. In many ways, they have more because their lives are much more simple and less encumbered than ours. So there's a lot of learning that can go on in that experience if we get close enough and think about it. And there are some ways to do that within right sharing that can be more personal if people want to move to that level.